Have you ever been in search of something that you've had to actually like take months to complete, like a certain goal that you needed to reach? Maybe it was, you know, getting to this point in your life, or you wanted to get this certain thing and you had to work towards it really hard. Well, I've had my point where I felt like that. And it's not for something that you would expect, but I think it's very relatable. So, there's this thing called Betty Crocker's gluten-free chocolate chip mix, and it is the best. It is literally crack in a box. It's crack cocaine. That's what it is. It is super addictive, and it is the best chocolate chip mix I have ever had. Like, it cooks well enough to the point where it's edible to the, in a gluten-free sense, but it just like, for some reason, even though says to bake for a certain amount of time, I'll put it in for like 5 more minutes, and it still comes out in that perfect like 75% cooked, 25% raw like ratio. I don't know how to explain it, but like it gets that golden ratio of cookie perfection. Like if you've ever had cookies, like freshly baked cookies are so good like when they're partly raw. I don't know how to explain it, but it just is. And especially since we're talking about gluten free sense, like a lot of gluten free stuff ain't really that good. Uh, but this for some reason it is so good. I can't even like put it into words. But let me continue to where I was trying to get to. So I was having it for a while. Like sometimes I get a little like how do you explain it? Like a little sweet tooth. So I usually drive to the shop right down the road from my house, and I'll buy a box and bake it. Usually I'll eat the whole box for myself in the day. It's not very healthy, but I do it anyways. It's just once in a while. Just to treat myself, because I don't really, go out to eat. I don't really binge snacks or anything. I don't really like to do that. I usually just, eat a big meal, and then that lasts me until like the end of the day or something like that. And so usually like once in a while I'll get a craving for chocolate, but like not like a Hershey's bar or something like that. I'm usually in the mood for like, kind of like, how should I say, like a little mellow taste, like a little, how like a cheesecake tastes, it's not too strong, but you can still get some flavor out of it, something like that. And with a chocolate chip cookie, you know, it hits that spot where it's not too sweet, but that chocolate just hits the right spot. And that's why I was getting this cookie mix. So one day I went to ShopRite and I didn't see anything. And I was like, oh, wow. I guess people found out about it. Well, it was like a random time at the day. So I was like, okay, they're probably just out right now. I'll probably come back tomorrow or the day after or something like that, or at the weekend to come get some. So I do that. And I show up and it's not there again, which is making me very confused because I'm like, how do they not have it? So, I have to settle for something else. So, like, I usually settle for, like, uh, gluten free Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuit shit. Listen, it was good once. It's not good as often as chocolate chip cookies. So, you know, a week goes by. I try to go back to ShopRite to get some. It's still not stocked. So I'm wondering, I'm like, this is very coincidental. So I continue on with my life. And a month and a half passes, and when I go to ShopRite again, it's out. I'm like, okay, obviously something is wrong, and I know something is wrong because I actually used to work at ShopRite for like a month, and we used to stock the shelves every day. Like literally, we would stock it every day. Like we never missed a day where we didn't get a new shipment of stuff that we had to stock. So I'm like, okay, this thing is getting sold out every time apparently I go pick it up. Is there like some way or somehow I can get this? So I've tried to go in the morning the next day when I didn't have work, and it still wasn't there, which made me even more confused in my opinion, because like it was just like blasphemy in my, like, I was just like, why is it not there? So I asked my friend, because he works at ShopRite, and I'm like, hey, I need you to do me a big favor. I want you to search up in your inventory if you have this item. So he searches it up. Zero. Nada. Zilch. They don't have a single box of the Betty Crocker chocolate chip mix. So I'm like, all hope is lost. Like, I don't know what else to do next. So I'm telling him, I'm like, all right, next time you get a shipment, let me know if any box is coming, and I'll pick it up the next day. And he's like, all right, I got you. So I go to sleep, and I wake up very excited, I should say, so because I was so ready to just show up there and pick it up. I was ready to drive like 25 minutes to go get it. And he texts me and he's like, we don't have it. And I'm like, I got to find a new snack. I mean, like once you get, as a gluten-free man, when you find that snack that's gluten-free, like, you can't let it go because it's that good. Like, I didn't know what to do with myself once that happened. I was like, I mean, like, I don't get as much of a craving as I do for, like, the chocolate chip mix. Like, what am I supposed to eat now? Like, peanut M&Ms are cool, but it's not the same. So I kind of gave up on it. You know, I think, what was it? Recently, I started to, meal prep a lot more just for, dietary reasons. I wanted to, like, get more lean. So, I went to ShopRite. I picked up, like, a pack or two of chicken. And I'm like, okay, let's get this chicken, see what else I need, and then we'll head out. So I head to the gluten-free aisle, as per usual, because I always like to check out what they got and what they don't got, see if anything is new. I was like, you know what? Let me get some chocolate-covered pretzels. That'll satisfy me. Pop them in the freezer for like an hour or two, and then eat them when they're nice. So I'm going through, and I see something from the corner of my eye. I'm like, huh, that's usually not stocked. So I turn. I look at it. It's the motherfucking chocolate chip mix from Betty Crocker. So I'm like, this is like, I feel like I just discovered a new life form. So I drop all the chocolate covered pretzels. I drop the chicken. I drop down to my knees. And I'm just like clawing at the shelves trying to get to the Betty Crocker chocolate chip mix. And I get to it. I was so excited. I had to call my girlfriend. I was like, yo, look at this. Like, look what's in the shelves right now. She couldn't even believe it herself. I mean, like, she was like, are you going to grab it? And I'm not going to lie. I decided to troll a little bit. So I grabbed all 6 boxes from the shelves. But I was like, just kidding, just kidding. But I did grab 2 of them. And I baked one of those that day. The other one I have is right here. I mean, like, this is literally crack in a box. Like, it is that good. This thing is fucking delicious. Look at me. It is fucking delicious. It is so good. But, man, I don't even know what to say, bro. Like, I got so lucky with that. Like, I feel like just keeping it there and not even opening it to bake it. Like, I feel like I'm going to just wrap in, like, silicone wrapping or some shit like that and just, like, I don't even know, like, keep it in, like, a display box, like, date it and stuff like that for history. I don't know. But, this story wasn't that crazy, but, like, when you get older, you start to appreciate little things, right? Zombieland reference. And I'm not going to lie. This right here, this is my Twinkie, all right? I love this thing. And if there was any other snack I would choose from, it would always be this one. I would always go for this one first because it's so good. But, as an adult, you learn to appreciate the little things. And I appreciate that. But anyways, that's my story. Like, comment, subscribe. I don't look good right now because I'm tired, but I'm going to bed now. Good night.